Amanda Mills is training to be an occupational therapist. But she worried she couldn't do her job well because her hands and feet were often dripping with sweat.
And I would touch a kid and they're like, "Why are your hands sweaty?" or "They're wet." And it's kind of embarrassing. I'm just like, "Oh, I just ran them under some water or something." Kind of play it off.
Hey there. Hello. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Jimmy Knight also suffers from the condition called hyperhidrosis. It's not caused by nervousness or temperature.
It can be 30 degrees outside and I can still be sweating.
How's it affected your life?
Well, it takes a toll. It doesn't exactly look good to walk into a meeting and you're just, sweating profusely in your underarm. So it's tough.
Does either arm sweat more than the other? People don't realize how debilitating it can be if you have excessive sweating, particularly on the hands or in the underarms. When they're meeting somebody, the first thing they think about is, am I sweaty? Do I have something on my shirt? And so they are people who are kind of hyper-vigilant about these conditions, and it just makes them tense.
Treatment begins with oral medications and prescription-strength antiperspirants.
But, at least 30 to 40% of people just can't tolerate it, or it doesn't work. For underarms, the next level of treatment really is Botox injections. He's not even flinching. Are you feeling this much?
No, not very much.
When you get the dose right, it's very effective, typically for about 6 months.
For those who sweat on the hands and feet, like Amanda, Botox may not be the answer.
That does work, but it's very limited, and it is extremely painful to have 30 injections in the hand.
Instead, Amanda underwent a 20-minute laparoscopic surgery.
This is our small incision.
Through a small incision under each arm, Dr. Miller accessed the sympathetic nerve on each rib that is responsible for sweating.
That's a nice separation, and that's the end of the nerve right there.
Hey, how are you?
And when she woke up, Amanda's hands and feet were dry.
Warm and toasty. Your patient's going to love you now. You're nice, warm, dry hands.
After the surgery, I'm feeling wonderful. I don't really have any compensatory sweating. Just a little bit, but I feel like I'm sweating like a normal person now, which is excellent. Which one? Does this one? It makes me feel a lot more confident since I've had the surgery. I'm not nervous, like, oh no, my hands are really sweaty today. What do the kids might say? I just go and touch them, don't even think about it anymore.
For WebMD, I'm Sandy Lamott.